Okay guys, Dodge Dakota 2002. We're doing the front seal behind the harmonic balancer. Sorry, my allergies are killing me today. First thing we did was take off the overflow, and then the fan. The overflow comes off. One bolt here, one bolt here. And you gotta undo one hose that goes onto the rad hose, top rad hose here. Two electrical connections on this side, just mark where they go. The fan on this, you gotta basically, like, that nut just threads onto this pulley here for, that's your water pump pulley. So it just threads on, the whole fan will thread on and weighs, and then basically to get it off though, I basically just stuck a small screwdriver through one of these holes, and as it turns it'll hit here, and then it just, where is it? Then I just used a large wrench, put it onto that nut like this, and give it a whack with the hammer, and it should come free. Then you can just spin off the fan from there. Other than that, then, well, of course we had to take the belt off. You just use a socket and breaker bar on this bolt here. It'll pull the tensioner back. You pull it counterclockwise, take the belt off. Then with the harmonic balancer was still on it. This is kind of what was on down in there. So here's the setup. Harmonic balancer's in there, and then basically there's a 3-jaw puller that I use to get it out. Now the thing about this is, when you use the 3-jaw puller, that's what you're pulling against those tabs where my thumb is. That tab there, you can see, it's hard to do. You can see, basically you're pulling against that tab. There's another tab there, another tab there. So you'll put the puller in, then you can kind of rotate it, grab onto those tabs. When you go to actually take out the harmonic balancer, the bolt for the harmonic balancer won't have enough throw. You won't be able to go far enough. So what you got to do is, what I use is just a extension, and just put it in there, make sure it's loose so it's not binding on the threads, and then your puller will go against that bolt or that extension, and then it'll be able to suck it out from there, because otherwise you'll be pushing against the end here and you won't have enough room to get out, to get the pulley fully off. To get the pulley free initially, to get that bolt free, I just stuck my breaker bar down through here, just a long breaker bar, and then where the pulley sits, like this, that's the way it would be in the engine. These tabs here, I'd have my breaker bar like this, going against it, so it can't turn, and then I would just put my bar on the front of that bolt that's on there. And this should spin, once you get all this set up, it should spin 9/16 wrench, or whatever size puller you have. This is a 4-inch puller. Or, let me just double check. Yeah, 4-inch 3-jaw puller is what I used, and seemed to work alright. So that's it. And then now I'm just gonna go in there and pry out this seal and see how that goes. Okay guys, getting this seal out. There's the seal. Oh, right there. See the band-aid? Anywho, seal just sits in there. Okay. Let's see if I can get a shot of it here. Okay, so the seal sits in there. It was a little difficult to get out with a seal puller that looks like this. So I had one of these indexing bars where you can change the angle of the end, and I just basically put it in here like this and boom, popped it out. And in the process smashed my fingers against the electric fan and got a little boo-boo. So anyway, that's how I got the seal out. Alright guys, putting this seal in. I got it just sitting there right now. Kind of just barely started. I'm just using a big socket. And then that big socket, just want to try and tap it in. You want to try to get it in even. Okay guys, for the seal, I've already got it in, but basically how I did it was I cleaned off the area. The new seal comes with some lubricant to help it go in, so already on it. So you just kind of set the seal in there evenly, push it a little bit so it's kind of grabs, and then from there, just grab a big socket, one that's big enough that'll fit pretty much right around the outside, and then just kind of slowly tapped it in. Make sure it keeps going in even. As soon as it cocks one way, you're in for some hard times. Hopefully you can get it straight again. So anyway, so that's how you do that. Basically everything else is the reverse. Obviously, there is a keyway right there on the harmonic balancer. Right there, that little step there inside. So you can only put that on one way. So that goes on pretty much only one way, and then the rest is just torquing up the bolts and doing everything in the reverse order. So not too hard of a job. If you have any questions, let me know. Cheers. I'll be doing an axle seal on the front right side pretty soon, so stay tuned.